Hey guys, welcome to the video here today. I have a special presentation put together for you. Today we're going to talk about value ladders and sales funnels. Now, maybe you've heard about these two terms. If you're a digital marketer or you're an affiliate marketer like I am, then these are two buzzwords in the industry, but they're very important tools. So this is what I want to do. I want to take you inside, show you this presentation that I put together. And that way, by the time you're done with this short video, you're going to really understand what a sales funnel is, why it's important and how it works, and also what a value ladder is and why it's important and how it works. So once you understand these two concepts, digital marketing, affiliate marketing, it becomes borderline easy, really. These are just the two concepts they have to understand and master. Now, what we have here is a sales funnel. Okay, in a second we'll talk about the value ladder. So a sales funnel, you can look at this a number of different ways, but I like to keep everything as simple as possible. So for me, a sales funnel is simply traffic, a conversion cycle, and sales, right? Obviously, if we're talking about traffic, we're talking about visitors, people coming to our website or whatever. That's going to be the biggest portion of people because out of everyone that sees our offer, so to speak, not everyone's going to enter their email, for instance. And everyone who enters their email, for instance, we'll call that part of the conversion cycle. Not everybody who enters their email and enters the conversion cycle is going to buy. So sales is actually going to be the smallest. So we can see that on the bottom left-hand side. Sales is going to be the smallest group of people. So the idea is what we want to do is we want to funnel people down from existence on the internet into sales, right? So we start with traffic, right? So traffic can either be organic traffic or paid ads. And once again, we're just going to keep everything super simple here. So organic traffic, free traffic, that can be from things like creating YouTube videos, creating TikTok videos, creating Facebook posts, networking in Facebook, creating a Facebook group, or even blogging. Now, I don't think blogging is necessarily the fastest way to get started, but you can certainly drive traffic with blogging. It just takes a little bit more time. Anyways, the idea would be you'd create content that creates or attracts your ideal customer, and then they enter your funnel, right? Conversely, you can use paid ads. Just to clarify, I like to use a combination of both because that helps your paid ads become more profitable, and starting with organic helps you really dial in your funnel so it converts well, right? Which is going to help make ads more profitable. But paid ads, they can be things like Facebook ads, YouTube ads. You can pay an influencer for a shout out and have them direct people to your funnel, or even like cost per click, like Google ads or whatever. So anyways, that's the first thing that happens. We need to drive traffic into our conversion cycle, as I call it. So a conversion cycle is basically everything else, and that's what gets people to buy. Now, there are certain things like webinars that can get people to buy, but there's also the unseen things that get people to buy, right? Like our presence in the market, how many times we add value to them if they see us in multiple platforms. That all helps increase the conversions, right? Gets more people to buy, gets people to know us, like us, and trust us. So the conversion cycles basically can be value that we're offering. It can be emails that we send to people after they enter our email list. We can follow up with them. It can be YouTube, right? We can have people show up on our YouTube channel, or we can direct people back to new YouTube videos with our email list. We can do webinars. We can do video sales letters. We can create a Facebook group and cultivate a community. We continue to publish TikToks, right? If we continue to create content, add value, send emails, create webinars, all that stuff, then people are going to see us over and over and over again. And eventually, not everybody's going to buy, but a lot of those folks are eventually going to buy. Some people are going to buy on day 1. Some people are going to buy on month 12. You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes. But all of that goes into the conversion cycle. And because of all these things, all these touch points, all this value we're offering, all this trust we're building up, the rapport that we're building up, eventually some people are going to go and buy whatever it is that we're offering. And once again, this can be an affiliate product that we're promoting, or this can be something that we can create like a course or service or coaching program. But generally, I forgot about retargeting ads, right? That can be part of the conversion cycle as well. If someone hits our website, we can pixel them and then serve them ads with Facebook, right? It's a very efficient way to advertise. Okay, so anyways, sales, right? So when someone buys, they go through our conversion cycle and something makes them buy, whether it was a webinar or a video sales letter, or we just finally overcame enough objections eventually, they're going to buy. And when they do, it might be like a low ticket product, right? So kind of the idea here is because of all the competition and there's so much noise in the digital space right now, and it's only going to continue to go up. It's harder than ever really to get somebody to spend their money with you, right? Because there's so many options. So they're going to be like, well, I want to invest. Everybody wants to invest money to make more money or to grow their business or better themselves. But they're like, shoot, there's so many choices. Where am I going to invest? So it's kind of a good idea to start with kind of a lower ticket offer. And this is where the value ladder comes into play. So it's not a big deal to spend $10 on something. You're more than willing to do that. So that's going to lower the barrier to entry. But the thing is, while it's hard to get money out of people the first time because there's so many distractions, once you get people down a path, it's easier than ever to get more money out of people. So that's where the value ladder comes into play. So for instance, we might make the first sale as a low ticket $10 offer with our conversion cycle. But then in the back end, after they've purchased, they've become a customer now. We're going to move them up the value ladder. Maybe we're going to offer them a $27 product, and then maybe we're going to offer them a $500 product, and eventually maybe we'll offer them something like a $10,000 private coaching or mastermind, right? So not everyone who buys a $10 product is going to buy a $27 product, just like not everyone who buys a $27 product is going to buy a $500 product, just like not everyone who buys a $500 product is going to buy a $10,000 product, of course. But here's where we put these two things together, and this is where the magic happens. And this is what allows us to actually make more money if we're using organic traffic or scale if we're using paid ads. So think of it like this. Let's say 1 in 10,000 people who actually buy. Let's kind of take a step back. Let's say 10,000 people enter our traffic conversion cycle. We generate 10,000 leads. Let's say of those 10,000 leads, 1,000 buy the $10 product, 500 buy the $27 product, 100 buy the $500 product. And out of those 10,000 leads that we generated, let's say one person buys the $10,000 product. So that's not very many people. But if 1 in 10,000 people buy our $10,000 product, then if we go over here, let's say we generate 10,000 leads at $1 per lead. Okay, so we spend $10,000 to get 10,000 leads, but we made $10,000 on those 10,000 leads because 1 in 10,000 people buy. So we just broke even on our ad spend. So what that means is we can generate 10,000 free leads at $1 per lead because we know 1 in 10,000 people is going to buy our high ticket back end offer, right? That's the magic here. Now we can scale infinitely, not infinitely, but until traffic runs out. There's not infinite number of people in the world, but I think you understand what I'm saying. We can scale effortlessly without worry as long as we keep those metrics the same. And what that means is everybody who bought a $10 product and everybody who bought a $27 product and everybody bought a $500 product and everyone who bought our email list that's going to buy something else that we're offering later on down the road, that's all profit because the one person out of 10,000 who buys the $10,000 product, they paid for all our ads, right? Email marketing is basically free. So that's how the whole thing works. Let's look at it another way. So let's say out of everyone who buys, right, 1,000 people are going to buy the $10 product, 500 are going to buy the $27 product, 100 are going to buy the $500 product, and one person's going to buy the $10,000 product, right? So let's say out of all the buyers, let's say we're getting an average lifetime value of each customer, right? Each buyer on average spends $80, right? Because some people are going to spend only 10, some people are going to spend 500, a couple people are going to spend 10,000 on average. Basically, that means that every person who enters the green sales section of our funnel, well, they're on average worth $80. So that means I can spend up to $80 to generate a sale, right? Now I know that, hey, if I'm spending $40 to get every $10 sale, that's okay because on average, that customer is going to be worth $80 over the lifetime value. So that means I just doubled my money. I put $1 in, I got $2 out. And if I'm getting if I'm getting sales for $26, then I'm putting $1 in, I'm getting $3 back, right? And that's how you scale. And that's the importance of the sales funnel and the value ladder and why you have to combine the two. So bring this back to affiliate marketing. So when I am an affiliate marketer, I promote other people's products. So for example, I partner with Legendary Marketer. Legendary Marketer has a value ladder. They have products for $7, they have products for $50, they have products for $9,000 or whatever. So what I know about Legendary Marketer is their value ladder converts because A, they have good sales processes, they have a team behind it, they have the reputation, they have good products as well. So I know their value ladder is going to do the job. So as an affiliate marketer, all I have to do is partner with them, and I only have to focus on the sales funnel. So what this does is this takes the number of things that I have to worry about as a business owner and cuts it in half. So I can focus 100% of my attention on the sales funnel because Legendary Marketer handles the value ladder, right? You see how that works? So what that means is instead of being a business owner who has to focus 50% of my efforts on the sales funnel and 50% of my efforts optimizing the value ladder, I can focus 100% of my attention on the sales funnel, and I can allow my affiliate partner, Legendary Marketer, to focus 100% of their attention on the value ladder. So now we're getting 200% focus on the whole sales process as opposed to 100% divided by 2, right? And that's why affiliate marketing is such a fantastic business model, not just for beginners, but for anyone who wants to get the most out of the effort that they put in. So hopefully this was clear. Hopefully this makes sense. If you want to join Legendary Marketer because they're proven, because I've tested them and this is the one that's converting and doing their job, there's going to be a button or a link somewhere around this video where you can start with their Online Business Builder Challenge. That's the first step. If you have any questions, just let me know. Leave them in the comments, and I'll be happy to help you out. But yeah, this is the key to making money online as a digital marketer, affiliate marketer. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. We'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.